back to the channel. So today, pretty exciting day, well overdue. We are getting this S14 out of this garage and we're gonna bring it over to Nonfiction Fab at our buddy Tom's because he's gonna help me learn how to TIG weld. And after talking to Tom, he said, yo, bring your welder over because I just got a TIG welder you guys can see back there. I didn't just get it, I got it a couple months ago because I needed that to finish the intercooler piping on this car. And yeah, he's like, I'll show you the ropes. I was like, hey, listen, like, what if I bring the car there and then you help me finish these pipes up and then also teach me how to use this welder at the same time. So then I killed two birds with one stone. And he said, hell yeah, let's do it. So that's what we're gonna go do today. I don't know if he's down with us starting today or if we're just gonna get the car there, get the parts organized, all that stuff. But I got all the material that came with this car, all the material I bought for the car, everything's coming out of here. And it's either gonna be at Tom's or at the other shop. So the goal is bang this car out in the next month, get it done for my brother so he can start enjoying it. And so, you know, we don't see it sitting here any longer. But Jay's coming, he's gonna be on his way pretty soon. So he's gonna help me load this thing on the trailer and we're gonna get it over there. Pretty much you guys have seen it on the Goomba channel. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen PC Goomba Kids YouTube channel and you wanna know more about this car, same thing with my S13, there's a bunch of videos over there. We painted the engine bay, rebuilt this engine, TRG, powder coated a bunch of different pieces for us. We got some nice time goodies on here. This car's got a ton of good parts that came in it already and then plus a bunch of good stuff added. Pretty much a backstory of this car is me and Andy picked this car up like probably 5 years ago. It didn't run. We bought it and we were told it wouldn't start. We got started at his house, ran for a couple minutes and then shut off, didn't want to start again. It seemed like it was just getting overfueled and it was low on compression. So from there it was like, hey, we got this sick ass car. We know like the motor's not locked up or seized up or anything. It just needs a simple refresh. I sat in the car for a while and just didn't have time or money to work on it because obviously I picked up the S13, had the Camaro that I had goals for that needed a lot of work. So I was like, I'm going to eventually get to this car and I just never did. And my brother really wanted it. So we came up with the deal that I finished the V1 of this car just to get it on the road and get it looking nice and running nice. That's why we've been building it. It's escalated a little bit further than what my V1 planned on being because originally I was just going to rebuild the motor. It was RS enthalpy tuned, like the OEM ECU. I was going to use the same intercooler pipe, same intercooler. We're no longer going to have MAP on it, so now we're MAP. So I had to figure out, obviously, what the car needs for that, wire that up, and then that's why we need to do the intercooler piping because the old intercooler piping was just steel tubing. Got the job done, but it was hideous and ugly. And since I had to add bungs in and get rid of the MAF, might as well just make some new pipes. So that kind of what put a huge damper on this car is because, like I said, I got the welder finally. TIG welders aren't cheap. The thing was like $1,000 from Harbor Freight. So it just, you know, took a while to get there. I wanted to finish this car over the winter, but like I said, I just was struggling with figuring out how to weld. And I was just wasting a lot of material and that stuff's not cheap. And then I got to wait for more material to get shipped out and stuff. So it really doesn't need much more. We're almost there with the home stretch. Yeah, this thing's gonna be sick. So I'm very excited for it. I know Colton's very excited for it as well. We'll show you the interior real quick. So interior is still super clean on this car. It's got a new carpet and I'm pretty sure it's not OEM, but you know, we got all our panels. Need a new door card over here. I don't know what the deal is with this door, but for some reason the window motor will just decide to go down. So if you guys know why it does that, definitely comment and let me know because I'm not sure if it just needs a new motor, which I have, or it kind of looks like somebody was playing around in here. So I don't know if it's something wiring wise, relay wise, or maybe it's just the motor itself, but I do have a new motor. The door card's right there, but the door card's shot. So probably gonna pick up my brother some new door cards. But yeah, we got the AEM wired up. So that's our fuel ratio. And that also speaks to the ECU to help like adjust the tune on it, you know, different temperatures and different fuel and stuff like that. So you can see the Mega Squirt in there in the OEM location. I don't think I could fit the plastic on there, but we're gonna try so it hides that. But yeah, back seats, I got the delete panel there now. We got the battery relocated bracket here. We got the wires running back here. Obviously just some extra stuff that will be out of here. And then this is actually a Starlight. I gotta wire this thing because it has a 12 volt plug in. So I'm going to try and wire it to like the running lights. So this way every time it turns the running lights on, you'll have it. But I made this little bracket here to hold it because it was just sitting in the back of the car before. So welded that in, welded the battery tie down in there. But yeah, It's a good car. I'm super excited to finally see this thing done. We'll see once Jay pulls up, you guys will see a struggle to get this thing on. I'm hoping it kind of goes on easy. I do have a little pitch to the driveway, so hopefully, you know, we can line it up nice and get a little bit of momentum and ride it up there. But the trailer is a little bit sketchy. I don't know if you guys have like ever noticed it with the S13 lately, but I have these wooden ramps that are 8 feet long that I made. And then we got to put 2 other pieces of wood underneath those to get like the right angle for my S13 to even get on. This car isn't as low as my S13, so I think we'll be good. The intercooler hangs down a little low, but I like, again, my S13 is definitely way lower than this car, so I think we'll be fine. But just the 8-foot ramps, aiming for those without having like power steering or anything in this car, that might be a little bit sketchy, but hopefully all goes smooth.
No, you're on here.
I think we'll jack up the rear, pull the rear straight, and we'll back it up a little bit.
Memphis, nigga, you see those ramps?
What'd you do to the car, Jay? Fucking crushed the door against the house.
That's such bullshit.
Nah, we're good. No damage was done. Luckily on Jay's part, because you would have owed us a fucking $4 million door. But she's locked and loaded.
Side, right,
huh?
You were on the driver's side.
I know, I was trying to drive.
Videos was perfect too.
This thing looks aggressive as shit right now, outside of the fucking house for once. But actually went on pretty good. Besides that one mishap. She rolled on not bad. So let's go drop this baby off at Tom's. Did it?
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's insane amount of work. It's done.
All right, so we just pulled up to Nonfiction Fab, caught up with Tom for a little bit. He showed us some of the sick ass things he's got going on in here, so maybe he'll let us show you that. I'll take some like B-roll of some cool stuff. But car's all unhooked. We're about to roll it back, and then we're just gonna kind of go over the plan of how we're gonna tackle this car and bang it out. So first things first, try to get this thing off without damaging it. So we got it on, no damage. Let's get it off, no damage.
Barely on it. Straight out there. I'm good.
You gotta lock the, like, one side, it just flips down.
I'm from the guy that's only got one set of roof.
What? Got two sets.
You got faces that are sold.
Come on, Mom. Alright, so we are officially leaving Tom's shop with the S14, so I'm super excited. Downpipe's done. We're still waiting on the IET button actually to come in to weld the intercooler pipe, so he's going to finish that up another day for me. Sorry that I didn't film more and kind of walk through the process, but one, we're at Tom's shop. Two, he was training me how to weld and stuff, so I didn't really want to be filming. I want to kind of be focused, as well as, like I said, it's somebody else's shop, so I'm not super like comfortable with someone else's shop, especially if they don't really like cameras and stuff. But I just want to give Tom a huge shout out. This helped me so fucking much to get this thing done. Now I'm like motivated to get this car done, super pumped up because we are almost there. I just got to kind of go through it, make sure timing's good, do a base map on the ECU, and it'll be about ready to go to the dyno, get tuned, and yeah, then it's on to the last final stages before it's completely cold. But yeah, again, if you guys need any fab work done, if you guys like seeing fab things, go follow Nonfiction Fab on Instagram. Hit up Tom. He's an absolute gangster welder, and like I said, he helped me out big here, so we want to see the homies do good. He's a really good guy, always has been. He actually helped me on my my Camaro. He made me a custom cross member because I wanted to run a true dual exhaust, but nobody makes a low profile cross member, so he actually ended up modifying my X pipe and then remaking my cross member so the car could go lower. And because when I first put that car together, I literally built it and it well, I put the suspension and set the ride height where I wanted to, and it was so low that I couldn't even get out of my shop. It was literally sitting on the ground. So we took that cross member off, and then he helped me out with that. That was literally like, I don't know, 5 years ago at this point. So he's come a real long way with his skills, and he's come a real long way with like everything that he handles, his work quality, like I said, his skills. And then he's got some really sick builds personally, and he's got some really sick builds that he's done for people on his page. So definitely go check him out. Nonfiction Fab on our Nonfiction Fabrication on Instagram, and I'll tag all this stuff in the description, so you guys can just go below and click it. But yeah, definitely show the boy some love. He helped me out huge on here, so I'm excited. Right now we're heading over to Colton's. We're gonna drop this car off, and then yeah, it's kind of late right now, so I would originally kind of go through the car and get a list going of what else we need to get done, but for now we got a big box checked off, so I'm happy with that. And I'm gonna call it a night, get to the gym, and not be up till 3 in the morning. So she is at her new home where she's gonna be staying for good. Pull up, get this thing unloaded unscathed is the plan. But goddamn, is this car pretty. This thing is going to be insane finished. Oh, doggo. Oh. Shut up. All right, so me and the brother got the car in. It's in its new home. It's cool to see this car next to that car in this form, like much more complete than it's been in, I don't know, probably 2-3 years at this point. So pretty much the next time you guys are going to see this car, which will be soon because we're going to get started on this. I want this car done. I want it tuned. I want it driving. And I want to get this thing painted for my brother so he can enjoy it some this year. Next time you'll see this car is going to be when we go to start it for the first time. I need to finish wiring IAT sensor stuff once we get that intercooler pipe. And then I need to make sure the timing I did, because I assembled the timing and all that stuff on this engine. I just need to double check that, make sure I did it correct, set the dizzy correct. And then there's some sort of programming you have to do in the ECU with, like, when it's plugged into the computer, you like set the timing to 0 or something. I forget, but I've never done it before. So that's going to be more learning curve that I got to go through to get this car actually started. So that's when you guys are going to see this car come back, is when it's the day to do that and get it to do its first start. Between then and now, as I'm working on my car, because I have to get some more stuff done to that, as you guys are obviously seeing because you're following along, I'm going to be buttoning up this car, just going over all my work that I've done, making sure that there's nothing that's going to be touching anything that gets hot, like the new downpipe. Make sure none of the oil feed, none of the water feed, none of that stuff is near it. Heat wrap anything that needs to be heat wrapped. Make sure all the wires are plugged in, make sure all the bolts are tight. Just go through everything, make sure it's good. And then this way, when it comes time to set up the ECU on the computer, car will be ready to start. And then from there, we're going to do that, obviously that break and start, and make sure there's no leaks, all that stuff. But as long as that goes well, it will be time to bring it to the dyno. And then that's when this thing's going to start really moving along, and I'm going to be able to bang it out, because that will be like the last big step of things I've never done before. And then after that, it's easy sailing. Painting cars easy, getting this thing aligned, getting good stuff, that's all easy. But there's a lot of new things I've never done that I had to learn on this car, while trying to do a lot of new things I've never done on that car there. So it's been a very hectic, probably whatever, 3 years or whatever since I started both of them. I think it's been 2 years, honestly, when I started this car. Started this car winter of like, maybe it's been like a year and a half, honestly. It hasn't been too bad, but either way, long process. But yeah, she's inside, she's in her new home, so it's time to get working on this thing. So if you guys, what I didn't show you guys was the downpipe up here though. There's still some lines that gotta be moved away, but you kind of see what we did. Tom welded these because these ones you could see, and he welded the bung on, so he wanted them to be pretty because obviously people will see those. I welded all the ones that you can't see because I'm nowhere near as good as him. But yeah, so that's a new pipe. We made a lot of room. Like the old pipe was almost hitting the head back here. It was pushed up against the throttle cables and all into all these lines here. Like this is going to be for the AFR. You know, there's vacuum lines that run here, the brake lines, blah, blah, blah. But I'm super pumped with it. It looks real good in here. We're one step closer. Like I said, he's got our last intercooler pipe. That's going to be buttoned up pretty shortly. And it looks like a mess now, but we're going to go through this thing, clean it up some more. And like I said, Tom did me a huge favor. We made this out of like scrap metal they had left. Not that it was scrap, but it was like pieces that were on different exhausts that, you know, weren't being used anymore. So we cut them off, and we could have definitely ordered brand new material and made this super, super pretty and like super perfect. But the whole thing of it was I've already spent a bunch of money on material that we didn't use. As you can see here, this is a full stainless piece from CX Racing that we didn't use. And two reasons is because it's not a very high grade stainless. So we didn't want to use it for that reason. Also, we needed some tighter angles that pipe didn't. We really needed a tight 90. That's just like a normal radius 90. So for what we were trying to do, it just wouldn't have worked either way. So I wasted a bunch of money on material that I'm now going to use as practice pieces. But that's kind of why we're trying to keep costs low and get this car done as quick as possible. So we just used what we had at the shop and we made it work. To me, it looks cool. It's obviously not as simple as like a normal downpipe, and we could have made it definitely more simple and a little bit more clean. But as you guys see, it still looks super clean, especially from up. And I kind of like the bend we have in it because, like I said, it opens up so much room right here compared to like if we would have ran straight and then did a tighter 90 radius down, it would have eaten up more of this room. I think this looks great, especially from up here. So I'm super pumped on that. So if you guys like what you see, if you want to see more of it, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.